playing something I did not push. So dumb.
Achieved with CryEngine.
I don't want to start recording.
NVIDIA.
Okay, here we go.
Warning. Warning. Main bay doors opening. Please keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. The stream will begin shortly.
Fishy Ghost called me at called me at 1:20 a.m., 1:18 a.m., and 1:17. He called me 3 times last night. Then he called me this afternoon too on Discord. I don't really know why, and I did not answer it. What's going on, Fishy? All right, back to here. Invite sent to McFish. Mech. All right, ready up. Oh, Shenanigans is here. Hang on, Shenanigans, I'll get you an invite.
What up?
Howdy. Are you in game? There you are. So thirsty still. Here we go. You know, when I hired someone to roof my cottage, I thought they would be doing the work and I would just be sitting back and watching them and then paying them a lot of money. But it turns out I have to go out and fix things that they do wrong or stop them so they do them right. Or repair things they ruin. It's been a very busy day.
I thought you were going to say you were doing all the work and they were watching you.
It felt like it, but they were working. It's just like, so the very first thing is that when they put the sheathing on, they didn't get the overhang correct for the trim.
Ugh.
And it was either not enough or it was too much, but it wasn't right pretty much anywhere. And so hey, Gunfighter, we just dropped, sorry.
Thanks.
We'll get you when we come
That's
back.
fine.
And
I'm still finding you.
Online.
And so I told them we have to, snap a line and get these things with a little bit of overhang over the trim. And they were here 2 weeks ago, but I couldn't get them to understand that it wasn't going to be right by the time they got the trim on. They were going to go ahead and start roofing. And I said, no, we're just going to wait till I can get the trim on. So they went away and came back and said, we got to snap lines and get these cut. So they snapped a line. And I said, I want like 3/8 to a 1/2 inch overhang of the sheathing past the fascia. So he started cutting, snapped a line, and he's up there on the roof and he's cutting, and I'm down below looking up. I went over to go look what he was doing, and he was cutting with the blade down almost all the way, and he was cutting into my finished trim and cutting all the paint and primer and about a 1/4 inch deep into my trim and scarfing it off in big swaths and ruining. I just spent 2 weeks cutting, priming, painting, and then installing all this trim, and he was cutting it to shreds. And I was like, seriously?
We got him.
And so then it took, I said, stop. And he said, oh, sorry. So then it took me 3 hours to repair the work that he'd ruined. And it was so then he wanted me to cut the one on the other side. And I said, I can't get up there safely because I'm too old and rickety. So I can help snap the line. I can cut down here, but you got to cut most of it. He said, okay. So he cut the front cottage one, and it was just wavy all over the place. He couldn't cut a straight line with a saw. It was just kind of ridiculous. So they're not finished, they're not even framing quality cutting. They're, I don't know. He just doesn't know how to use a saw, I guess.
Spread's pretty thin on the left flank.
I'm down here where I shouldn't
If
be.
we empty NASCAR, we can kill them. Overwhelm them.
Did you say NASCAR? It's my favorite word.
E4 Valley.
I love NASCAR.
Room.
I'm going to need some help
Room.
down at Delta 4. I'm in the trough. I shouldn't be down here, but here I am, and there's a bad guy down here with me.
Are you in Delta 4?
Echo 4, Delta 4.
Target spotted.
You're in a trough?
It's the valley.
Are you the Chow?
Roger, I have missiles on the
Since you're in a
fighter.
feeding trough? Are you Chow?
Target spotted.
Left torso critical damage.
Alpha.
Target spotted.
Left torso destroyed. Left arm destroyed. PPC destroyed.
Don't get
Heat
blocked.
sink
I won't need help much longer.
center torso critical damage.
Oh?
Yeah, because I'll be dead.
Airstrike online.
Never mind on the help.
That's just ugly.
Alpha.
I just gotta laugh
I
at
know.
it, though.
Anyway, so the whole day was kind of like that. They got the backside done, And they started the front side, and there's 6 slates on a bituminous rubber backing, so they kind of go on in 6 at a time, and then you nail them all in. And when you start the next one, there's a rubber tab that comes out that's underneath everything, comes out to the right, and you lay the next set over the top of that, so you get a water barrier with the rubber, because water can come through the slate cracks, the individual space between the tiles, and the rubber is actually what gives you the water membrane for protection. So it's not a traditional slate, it's kind of a modern implementation of slate. But if you don't leave room and you jam them up too tight, then the first slate can't sit down next to the last slate of the previous set. And then they stand up high and they don't lay down. And he did fine on the back, so I thought he'd be fine when I went to the store to get something. And I came back and he'd gone up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lines, a rows, and every time there was a transition to the next set of 6, they weren't laying down, so you could see where it started on each one. It's like, so I went up there and kind of pounded them over and got a couple of them to lay down. Then he went up and pounded a couple down that he should not have, and he cracked one of the slates. So now we have to take out one of the cracked slates, which is kind of hard to do, and replace it because they're bonded to the tabs. You have to heat them up, and it's like, come on, why? When you lay it down, you should check and make sure it actually is over far enough to lay down, right? It's really not rocket science. And it just takes attention to pay attention to what you're doing. It's just so frustrating. So
well, it's really nice of you to let them learn how to do it.
I'm teaching them how to do it, McFish. I'm showing them how to do it because they don't know how to do this product. And it's a little different than 3-tab, granted, but it's not particularly hard. And he was going to do something at the top of the ridge for the backside when he got up there. And I said, no, I don't want it that way. It needs to be this way. And he says, okay. And he's very good about it, but I can tell that he probably doesn't want me in his hair all the time. We got down to the place where there's a vent pipe, and he put the boot jack on. I don't think he used the grease. He's supposed to. Makes for a better, longer lasting seal, but he probably didn't read that 'cause it's English. And he was cutting. So what you want when you go over that boot jack is you want the slate or the shingle to be cut around radius at the top and then come down. And if it's high enough, you'd want a round radius at the bottom. But in this case, it made more sense just to come straight down after you get the radius, right? So when you put it in place, it slides over that and it's balanced, and there's enough space for it to lay flat. And he cut straight across and then kind of did around, but he didn't cut quite far enough, so when the slate went down, it didn't quite get past the shoulder flare of the boot metal, and so it wouldn't lay down flat. But he couldn't see that from where he was at. I could see it from down on the ground. And I said, wait, it's not laying down, and I don't want it. And he's already nailing it in. He said, well, I could just go home if you want to do it. I said, Polo, I don't want to do it, but I want it to be right. That's not going to work. And
don't you love lazy incompetence?
He's not lazy, and he's not generally incompetent. This is just a new set of skills that he has to learn. And they don't pay attention to detail very much. So anyway, I said, fine. I said, go ahead and do it, the way you want. And he got it on there, and it looked bad, and it wasn't working. I said, so that I don't want it to be straight across and then curve, and I don't want it to not lay down, so that's not going to work. Send it down to me, and I will cut it for you correctly. So, and he, had cussed a little bit because it didn't work the way he thought it was going to. And so I I cut one and we put it up and it fit just right, but I was in a hurry to get it up there for him, and I didn't. It's thin slate, right? And I'm cutting a thin swath is all that's left. So I tried to cut it without putting it on a backing piece of plywood that would support it when the saw's pushing it around. So it cracked it a little bit. So we couldn't use that, but it still was good proof of, fit. And so I'll make another one tomorrow morning when he comes back. And then it's like, oh, okay. So it's just like I've spent all my adult and teen life doing woodworking and furniture building and cabinetry and remodeling stuff, and I have done roofing. I don't like to do roofing, and I'd much rather have a roofer do roofing because they're going to do a lot faster. But plus, I shouldn't be up on the roof at my age. It's just not safe for me to do it, as we know, because I fell off the stupid scaffolding the other night. So it's just like, I'm spending a lot for this roof, so it'll last a long time. I want it to look great, and all it took was not being there watching for a minute while I was, because they put the skylight in the frame for the skylight 3 weeks ago when they were here. They were in a hurry, and we got it put up there. And then they bang, 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 nailed it in with big framing nails, which I did not want because it's a finished skylight, right? So now I got these big framing nail heads that are toe-nailed in and look terrible. And they put it in crooked. It was askew and off-center. So I had to have them pull it out today, and I had to build a new one because getting the nails out took a cat's paw, and that ruined all the wood. So I had to build a new one, and I'd already used the best pieces of wood, and so now I had to use the not so good pieces of wood to make a new one, and we had to yank it out and put the new one in. So we got that fixed, but it's like I feel like I have to go around and fix stuff all the time. It's not the way it's supposed to be. Am I complaining? I think I'm complaining a little bit. Sorry, we should change the subject.
I understand exactly what you're saying. Because when I could, I just did it myself.
Yeah, that's kind of how.
So I didn't have to worry about the incompetence, the I don't give a crap. It's not mine. I don't care. Or it's good
sometimes
enough.
It's not even that. I mean, that's certainly rampant, but sometimes it's they don't actually have the technical skill to do it correctly. They don't know how to do it. Well, I think of incompetence as even a step below that, right? So they might have some skills, but they're lacking the particular skills in this to do it at a higher level. Might be competent, just not.
I have a thing about incompetence.
Yeah, but you're right. I'm trying to be kinder.
I've got it. I mean,
hey, Corsair.
I understand if you say you don't know. I understand that.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you're like, yeah, I'm good. I know.
Oh, stuff. Right. When they say they know, but they don't know.
Turd.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just I think what I'm trying to get at is sometimes it's it's just a lack of awareness that there's a higher level, and they are competent at the level they're at. They just aren't at the level you are needing, and they don't know that there's a different level. Like they just don't notice it, right? And that's true in every area of life. It's like McFish looks at me and he says, well, Dark Marauder's an incompetent pilot. Well, that's true. There's a lot of things I don't do at the level that McFish does, and I don't think of them. I don't pay attention to them. I just don't even do them. And yeah, I could probably take advanced fish school Mechwarrior training and get better, but I'll never be that competent. But a lot of it is some of it I don't even know.
Why do you say never be?
What's that?
Why would you say you can never?
Because I don't want to spend the time to do it. I just want to have fun.
Oh,
it's not because I may. Well, actually,
you don't.
It could also be that I would never be, even if I spent the time, because my reflexes aren't as fast as they used to be, and there's those things. And
believe me, I understand.
Yeah, and I think there's also some tactical awareness that some people just naturally have that I'm not going to spend the time to develop, and I don't have naturally anyway. So there's lots of reasons that
So,
might
in
hold
other
them back.
words, what you're saying is you're just like those workers you fired.
I do like the shiny lights when I push the button.
Hey, as I said, you're just like those workers that you fired.
Exactly. Just I'm in a giant battle mech, so I can do a lot more damage.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
So you talked all the way
Need
through
assistance.
I'm sorry.
Target acquired.
Target spotted.
Sitting here waiting.
I'm so sorry. I'll stop. I just had to kind of, I guess, vent a little bit.
Target spotted.
Yeah.
I'm so exhausted because I'm just trying to keep up fixing stuff plus getting the stuff done that I needed to finish getting done.
Target spotted.
We got to get out of here, man. They're pushing around.
And I was like, it's just such a long day. I started at 8 this morning. And I quit about an hour ago is all.
Target
I'm
spotted.
just really tired. I don't have the...
That blackjack
I'm not in
is
as good a shape, and I don't have the energy that I used to have when I was
I threw an airstrike on him.
remodeling my house all the time.
Maybe that'll shake him out.
Yeah, I
did. Because
Target spotted.
Airstrike
Target
online.
spotted. Target spotted.
what's Hotel doing?
Target spotted.
They're pushing our left flank.
Target spotted. Target spotted. Need assistance.
I got narc.
Airstrike online.
Hey, left side,
Push
guys.
right, push
Left
right, push
side.
right hard. Hit him in the back and move him left.
Where's he shooting from? Over here? Guess I don't really know now. Oh, behind me. Dirty dog.
I dropped the Franken mittens.
Crusader, India. Charlie 2.
Target destroyed.
Target spotted.
Target acquired. Heat level critical.
Come on back. Come on back.
Could you guys in Echo 5, maybe come on over to Echo 3 for a minute?
Yeah, we're
That'd be
shooting
really
stuff.
helpful. Yeah, I know.
We'll get there. We're kind of working our way there.
Warning incoming missile.
Some AC-5 shit over here.
Airstrike online.
I can't even see anything. There's some stuff here I'm shooting at.
Center
Oh,
torso
never mind. He's got no AC-5s left. It's just a box.
Left
I'm dead. I can't come over help you. Sorry.
Oh, why'd you die, dude?
I'm...
No, I don't
things
wanna hear
happened.
It. I don't want to hear it. Did I ask? I know I asked,
Bad
but
planning.
I didn't ask.
Positioning.
Here's the reason we're gonna
little
lose.
stealth guy at Echo 4.
I know, right? I always think
Kinda
that. I
thinks we're
think, you
gonna
know, if I'd
lose
just
so
done a
hard
little better,
now.
we wouldn't have lost so badly.
You didn't lose.
Sit in the corner and think about what you could have done.
I'm going to do that. Everybody on my stream's going to tell me what I did wrong too, though. So, you know, there's that.
Command is happy to hear of your success.
Well, there's the whole streaming part that you did
We
wrong.
only got 3 kills.
I'm an epic famous streamer, not because I win, but how I lose.
Wow, I'm getting echoes of dark.
Oh, we did all right. Nice job.
We won. Yeah, accidents happen.
I know, right? And you survived it.
It's not my fault.
This is no accident.
Well, sort of, kind of.
Well, we had McFish. That didn't hurt.
Fish got 3, I got 3. Of course, Fish got 1,100 damage.
I got 500 and I got 1 kill, so that's I did okay actually.
So our Lance.
Oh,
What,
we
what'd
killed
do?
Barbette.
7
Sorry,
enemy kills.
Barbette.
Sweet.
So sorry.
We killed over half the enemy team. Sweet.
I'm still pumped from my match the other night where I killed over half the enemy team myself. It made me feel like a real Mechwarrior.
Oh yeah,
7 kills. It was great.
I'm guessing so.
Okay, I'm going to try to actually pull off a sync drop this time, Corsair. See what I can do.
Oh, really? You gonna try and
This
scan?
might be futile. It's not normally what we do here. Sync well.
I'm still deployed.
Okay,
Anyway.
let me know when you're ready.
Oh my!
We're gonna be a while.
All right. Uh-oh, somebody just made a bad life choice. Coda, can you join my team? You don't like the other team? What are you saying? Infidexel? What's that? Infid... I don't even know how to say that, but welcome. Sorry about your bad life choice. It looks kind of like infidel. Okay, infidel. All right. So basically the X's are silent. I see.
I know not
You
these
could
things.
pronounce it infidel. Because that would be...
Infantile?
No, infidel. Infidel.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, welcome. How'd you find the stream? Just poking around, unexpectedly got crashed in here. It's like, ah! How much longer to your match is maybe out? I have to try not to fall asleep in between drops. Poking around, love the game, love watching people play. Well, you're in the right place, especially if you like watching people play and die. I'm really good at that. I teach people how to be tier 1 pilots by doing all the wrong things. You pay attention and do the opposite of what I show you, and you'll be a tier 1 pilot in no time. Although I do seem to have a negative drag, so to speak, on really good pilots that come play with me. They tend to go down in their pilot skill ranking after they've played with me a while. Then they have to kind of go, bring things back up again.
Well, I'm sure that has nothing to do with you shooting them in the back.
Did you have to bring that up right now while I'm trying to promote the stream? Is that really the focus of the stream? No. Does that actually happen from time to time? Absolutely, but it's not the focus. And I haven't ever shot one of my team members in the back if I didn't know them. So like if somebody comes in and they're dropping with us and they're new, I've never shot a newbie in the back. It's always been just the...
So in other words, what you're saying is you just shoot us in the back.
No, purpose. I'm just saying I only shoot people in the back that trust me.
Well, I know it ain't us then.
They must trust me enough to turn their back on me, and then they get shot in the back. And I don't really know. At some level, it's kind of their own fault.
You have a point.
It's kind of a low level.
I mean, that's like you walking in front of a Rack 5 cooking
I
off.
only do that if I need to repaint.
Or a Rack 2.
Repaint my mech. Does anybody know why Fishy Ghost was calling me after my stream late at night? I'd gone to bed and was in bed. My phone started ringing with a Discord call from...
He was probably going to ask you to play another match.
Probably was. Oh my gosh.
What are we
We're waiting for
on?
you guys to get... not Gunfighter. We're waiting for Corsair's group to get back in.
Oh, Corsair. Okay, thank you.
Corsair and Kodo.
We're waiting on Corsair.
They've got 5 left.
5 left. You need to get killing or something.
That's what I was
There needs to
asking.
be more killing.
I'm going to go get me some thirsties
All right.
then.
Yeah, Franken and I are both dead.
Oh, is Mittens in your group?
Same drop.
Mittens, get over here, wherever you are. Is Mittens streaming or just playing? So Infidel, where do you hearken from? Excuse me. I'm super tired, so I'll be yawning all night. Just a heads up for everybody. I did not get enough sleep, and I'm still trying to get enough water back in my system. Utah, USA, welcome. I'm in Oregon, USA. Having a beautiful summer, but I'm out in the heat working a lot on. We have a little Airbnb cottage that we rent, and we had a ant infestation that needed to be dealt with, and ended up having to pull the whole roof off because it was really old, and everything else had been remodeled down below, but not the roof. And so it's just been a struggle. And these guys work hard. They're good workers. I would hire them again, but it's just not. I mean, if I'd paid some other company that had a general that had done remodeling type stuff, I'm sure I would have paid 3 or 4 times as much. So I'm saving money, but it's a lot of my work I'm kind of like acting like the general contractor on it, because we added thicker, stringers alongside the old ones, and added more insulation, and they didn't do a very good job of the insulation, but it's still going to be better than what I had. So it's like, okay. No, we're not getting Rabbit Donut.
Something a while
Welcome,
ago.
Rabbit Donut. What fires are going on? And welcome. Are we having fires right now in Oregon that I'm not aware of? I haven't really been paying attention. We don't get any smoke in Eugene from it. Let me go look at Oregon fires. Fire location map. We'll just go to Oregon here. Wildfires.
I'm actually enjoying this little thing.
Fire statistics. Total active fires. There's 61 fires going right now. 9,281 acres burned. That's not that bad. 61 fires is not good, though. Air quality.
Well, it's all the idiot environmentalists that don't believe in taking care of the forest land, and letting all that subbrush get underneath. That causes a lot of these fires. And causes them to run out of control.
Fires all over the United States. There's just a ton of fires going on right now. Like if you zoom out, it looks like the whole nation's on fire. But you have to, when you zoom back in, it's like, oh, there's one way over here, one way over there. It's not nearly as bad.
When I was a teenager working for the conservation department, we used to clear out the underbrush and stuff. Aside from a few areas for rabbits and things, right? Yeah. And we didn't have near as many forest fires.
Yeah, I know. Well, we have more people out in the woods
all these
too.
Idiots,
but most of them are started by lightning strikes.
Greenpeace
anyway,
morons, tree huggers.
Kodo, I sent you
I've never been into friggin' forest. Don't know shit about it, or making laws saying you can't do
language,
that stuff.
Please. So, Kodo, what?
Kodo, I sent you an invite. There you go.
What did I say?
We're ready.
The S word. You meant chocolate chip. Chocolate chip.
Yeah, they don't know chocolate.
They don't know chocolate chip about it.
They don't know chocolate chip from manure.
That's right, and that's a good thing to know the difference between, especially if you're going to eat cookies. So why do they have little red dots for fires in Springfield? That doesn't make sense. Oh, this is not fire. This is air quality. Oregon smoke. So we're all green here. We're not getting anything here.
We're going.
All right, here we go.
3, 2, 1, drop.
Yeah. I thought you meant the other kind of green. I didn't realize you were talking about the fires.
I switched gears and got to the other screen in time.
Rot.
Let's see. California through climate change. Timber harvest plans. The flawed efforts to balance economy and environmental needs. Current studies.
Let's see. I went to school, but I've never been to a forest. But I'm going to make laws and stuff telling you how to run your forest. You
Could you
know?
provide a link to the specific rule you're addressing?
Huh?
Could you provide a link to the specific law or rule that you're addressing?
I'd have to look stuff up again. But mostly it's just cutting budgets out for stuff like that and not letting people into the areas to clear it.
Hey, Fish, I can't read this fast
I
enough.
mean, I understand people being against clear cutting, et cetera, and deforestation.
Well, California is a pretty liberal state, and they think you should clean it out. I just linked to a report that they wrote. Unfortunately, the state of California doesn't own most of the forests in California.
Aren't they privately owned?
Yeah, privately owned or federally owned.
Well, does the federal government thin out their forests underbrush or not?
I haven't looked that up yet, but the report indicates that it's not being done well if they're trying to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The Department of Forestry does, but they do not have the manpower to do all of it, or do it effectively.
As I said, the budgets have been cut for that, and they just don't do it.
You know, I have a simple solution for this, Gunfighter, and I think you would approve, as would McFish, I'm sure, and Corsair, I'm sure, would get on board, is we just need to take Firestarter mechs and run through the underbrush and ignite it and just do preemptive brush fires down low, just to save the trees.
Personally, I'm all for goats.
Oh, that'd be a lot of goats. No,
Well,
They eat a lot.
there's an issue with
That
that.
wouldn't be that much.
You know, like wolves and bears, they like to eat the goats.
do bears
And,
catch
you
goats
know.
and eat them?
Sure.
I was wondering.
When they can.
The bears can be fast. I don't know how fast goats can run, but goats can climb up little trees, which is just kind of shocking.
So can bears.
Yeah, but bears can't go out. I guess, you know, if they tried to go out the little branches, the goat and the bear would fall down, and the bear might have another chance at him.
And then there's the mountain lions.
Mountain lions, I'm sure, can get a goat. They can get your goat.
And then the wolves, they just scare a lot of the goats to death. Oh man, I forgot to get a UAV.
Airstrike online.
You don't have them on auto refill?
Is he getting
Oh
shot?
no, this is my new mech.
Oh, okay.
This is my new ink bus.
Oh,
You
the
know, the
electric
one, the one we got this month.
Yeah.
And I haven't got it specced out, and I haven't done anything to it really.
Target spotted.
So it's a true mech of death.
And I forgot to put a UAV on it. So, you know.
But I'm sure you remembered the chrome alloy laser mounting brackets.
Ooh.
You know, for the bling.
Because
people always remember the bling, but they forget
yeah, I'd
the
want them
important stuff.
gold-plated, I think.
Thanks.
Yep, sorry about the rear firing there.
Target spotted.
You gotta be kidding me. Target Delta Delta. Need some healthy.
Yeah, on the ramp. You want help on the ramp?
Target Echo
I
Echo.
can go help on the ramp.
Yeah, I've already lost my right
You don't
arm.
need that arm.
Yeah, I actually did.
It's your imagination.
It had my SRM on it.
Target spotted.
Okay.
Did you get the little twat?
Which way are we going, Conan?
Kilo Marauder.
Acquired.
Atlas, Charlie,
New target acquired. Heat
on top.
critical.
Need some help up here, guys.
Thank you.
Could use some help. We've got an Atlas and another heavy up here on top, and I need some help. Help, help, help. One jump down.
Bravo, Warhammer. Bravo, Warhammer.
Is the Atlas still up here? Did you guys kill him? I hope you killed him.
Target spotted.
All right, I guess he's gone.
Come in. Yeah. Where's Mr. Atlas?
I think he went down into
What's his
D5.
letter? What's his letter?
I don't remember.
Lima, Lima.
Keep it up.
Thank you. Whoa, something's behind me.
Oh, fuck.
Halfway there.
So we're in F4. Gosh, we've got these guys all killed already.
Yeah.
Command is happy to hear of your success and achievement.
Good work, guys. Thanks for the drop.
Fine. I like this little ink bus.
Oregon, you had a lot of fires year before last. It was horrible.
I only got 105 damage. 7 assists, 2 kills. And 2 components, wow. And my rank stayed
And you
the
lost
same.
an arm. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, man.
Now, believe it or not, I am a conservationist, but I'm not one of these eco nuts.
I like nuts.
You know what I'm saying?
I like nuts.
Well, I like pecans and, walnuts, but,
I've always
these
thought we
nuts-
should take care of
nuts-
our planet. Never had a problem with that. But we also need people to eat. Never had a problem with that. And to have jobs and...
You need people with half a brain.
I don't think we need people with half a brain. I think that's...
Okay, with half a brain or more making
Oh.
decisions. How's that? You need people with half a brain or more to make
I think you
decisions.
need people
You know,
that
know
are
something about it.
intelligent enough to grasp not just the main topic, but all the complexities that go with working through solutions that don't detrimentally really harm other people and industries also. So, finding a way to maybe optimize the resources and the people's lives without compromising too much of the safety of the environment, which maybe requires some change, maybe requires doing things differently, but all those things are important and good, not just just the one and at the expense of everything else. But of course, if we just toast our planet one way or the other, that's not good for anybody. So
Planet toasting?
I'm thinking lots of lasers toasting. For some reason I keep coming back to lasers.
Yeah, lasers are good. We
It's
like
kind of a
lasers.
default
Lasers are
answer
good.
for me. Like, what do you think about Trump running again? Lasers. What do you think about Biden running again? Lasers. What do you think about just lasers? Just lasers.
I mean, lasers? Which ones are you talking about? The ones that I've used for tools?
More. I want
weaponized lasers?
weaponized lasers.
We already
I know,
have
I need
those.
them.
They're on naval ships. And they're on a large
We're
aircraft.
green.
They're still in.
Okay.
they're-
Are they're going to have, do they have a laser, is it the F-35 they're putting a laser on? The F-22 they're putting a little
No.
laser on?
No. They're not big enough.
I saw something about they're having a smaller enough one to use instead of a machine gun to have a laser.
Well, they might have like targeting lasers or lasers that are meant to confuse targeting of
No,
other
this
missiles
was
or something.
this was an
but-
actual offensive
Yeah, the offensive ones are still too big, except for the very biggest
Yeah.
planes.
Yeah, I've seen the test bed one in the 747, or that was pretty cool. But I think they, gosh, where did I?
Well, that was back in my time.
Well, yeah, it's been around for. They don't even fly.
I mean,
anymore,
that
do
was
they?
one of those old chemical
Yeah.
lasers.
Yeah.
Back in my time, I mean, that thing cost a pretty penny just for one shot. You know.
Yeah.
I
That
mean,
was a painful match.
I think they tend to still be naval-based weapons.
well, yeah, there's at least 2 ships with lasers on them right now.
Okay, U.S. Air Force has received a compact directed energy weapon, Lance, from Lockheed Martin, developer of the F-22, F-35, making a significant step in outfitting a tactical fighter jet with a laser capable of eliminating anti-aircraft missiles. So it looks like they got a test one. It's not like they've got them, rolled out on lots of planes or anything. So they've got something to play with. That was in July of 22. Carried by an aircraft in a podded form, so it's not in the main fuselage. So yeah, I thought I'd seen something.
It says it's defensive, so I'm guessing it's like some sort of
Blinds
burning
it,
out
maybe.
the targeting or
Yeah,
blinding
that could be
something.
it. Yeah. I guess what you're saying is maybe the way it's happening.
They're, like I said, we got targeting lasers and the likes, and
But this is powerful enough at least to blow out the optics of a anti-aircraft missile.
still not an offensive piece of hardware. It's defensive.
Yep.
It's like a really bright targeting laser. It's not enough oomph to destroy equipment.
Yeah, cut through a fuel tank, for example, or an engine, and cause trouble.
But they're working on it.
What is green far side?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. Hey,
3, 2, 1, debark.
you got to make sure I'm ready. I was on a different screen. I had to get back to my other screen and be able to click the button in time. I feel like I'm losing control of my stream.
If the picture in the article is the real actual thing, it's actually quite small. This
Yeah, it's on a
particular one.
pod. Little hangs under the wing.
Like early in the article, they have a picture of one on an airplane and it looks huge, but then the one next to a guy looks very small.
Maybe it was a big guy.
Where are you finding these pictures?
I put a link in the chat.
I mean, I've gone through Jane's Book of Defense, right?
I love that book.
And I've seen so much horse crap in it. And so much stuff that ain't so. On stuff that I work on.
Yeah.
And that I build. And that I've crewed and bought, etc.
Yeah, who knows if a picture is like somebody's camera or a real military
Right.
weapon.
Could be a CGI example of what it could look like if they put it on
Artist's
there.
rendition.
Artist's imagination.
As I said, I've seen so much stuff that just ain't so.
Capture the target area and engage any hostiles.
Saw a video, was it today, about using relatively low-powered lasers of different colors, and where the beams intersect, it gets extremely hot because of the variations in the colors, apparently, and it can also get hot enough to cause localized lightning.
Oh wow! Can it make a black hole? That'd be even better.
That would be cool. But the thing I saw, the lady was actually one of the techs that worked on the optics. God, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
That's great.
My last project used lasers, but they were little tiny things.
Yeah.
Lasers are cool.
Airstrike
Well,
online.
if you know what I mean.
Target spotted.
Well, they have to be cold.
Well, they can get hot,
So I guess
but they're
cold.
cool.
Target spotted.
We're still searching, and you guys are in a match.
We are in, getting ready to get
Delta
killed.
4, Delta 3, Delta 4, come around the
We're
outside.
really far ahead of you guys. We're already ready to get killed.
Target spotted.
Yeah, we're the second drop.
Target spotted.
Got any enemies around here?
Need assistance.
Delta 3, Delta
I'd settle
4.
for frenemies at this point.
Delta 1 and Delta 5, coming around.
Target
Yeah, shoot
spotted.
him.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Online. Target acquired.
Target spotted.
Yeah, I don't have a good angle on him. Let's see if I can go over here.
I'm down. Got one coming up the ramp at Delta 5.
Target spotted.
Airstrike online.
Target spotted.
Match.
Target spotted.
Heat level critical.
Target spotted.
Kodo is being quite untalkative today.
Target spotted.
Kodo, what's the problem?
What?
You're not talking at all.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
No. Well, I don't speak a lot usually, no?
Left arm critical damage.
Yeah, but at least we hear your voice once in a while. Some
Yeah.
kind of snide remark or something.
Target spotted.
I understand you just feel like cussing today and, better just stay quiet.
And he can't be in good shape anymore
I hit
either.
him quite hard. Whoops.
Left torso critical damage.
Target spotted.
Center torso
Target spotted.
I'm
critical
getting
damage.
chewed up here pretty badly.
Heat sink
Target
destroyed.
spotted.
I'm down. Not doing very well in this thing tonight. I'm going to get back into my timber. Timber!
New target
Target spotted.
acquired.
Was that the pretty baby again?
Target spotted.
So how do you like your pretty
I
baby?
liked it. That's the one I got 7 kills in the other night.
Target spotted.
I mean, most of them were kill steals, I'm sure, but 4 of them were solo kills.
Uh-huh. So have you got your ace yet?
I do have my ace of spades, but that's from an enforcer
Destroyed.
match.
PPC destroyed.
Target
Autocannon
spotted.
destroyed. Heat sink
Target
destroyed.
spotted.
Well, that's better than me. I don't have mine yet.
Damage.
Actually, it didn't show up on my account, and I contacted PGI and said, "Hey, I did this match once where I killed 8 things, but I don't think you had ace of spades given out yet for that. And I'm wondering if you could give it to me." And she looked back and she said, "Oh yeah, I see it here. Yeah, you bet." And so they gave it to me.
Well, that's nice.
Target acquired.
Target spotted.
Left arm critical damage. Left arm destroyed.
Our team's getting our butt handed to us.
Yeah, there's a lot of death going on here on our side.
Right
Uh-huh.
torso destroyed.
It'll be over soon.
Step on the little guy.
Yeah, there's only a pair left.
It can't be that hard to put a big laser in
Left torso
a fighter jet when we've already got Death Stars and lightsabers and handheld blasters. So why don't they have one in fighter jets yet?
Airstrike
Okay.
online. Left leg critical damage. Center torso critical damage.
They just have to watch
Left
Star
torso
Wars to see
critical
how to
damage.
build them.
Left leg destroyed.
Yeah, here's the deal.
Yeah.
Our aircraft aren't running on nuclear fission yet.
Well, we're getting close to break even. We've actually made, I think we've made More energy than we consumed for 20 seconds now in one of those reactors. That's fantastically, and it was barely more, right? But still.
It's great.
Dave GT, welcome.
We're not running those fusion plants yet, you know, and that are putting out massive amounts of excess power in a small format.
Right, that fit in a backpack or on your chest like a...
I mean, you know, our aircraft are still running ICE engines. You know, ICE engines.
ICE?
Internal combustion.
Oh.
And, well, you just can't get the power generation out of those that you need to run these lasers.
Is
like
technically a jet engine considered an internal combustion engine, even though everything flows through it instead of gets compressed into a cylinder?
It's an axial flow or a centrifugal flow.
Oh, okay. But it is...
internal combustion engine.
I didn't know if it was classified, isn't it?
It goes boom on the inside of the engine. Suck, squeeze, bang, blow.
Now, don't get all technical.
Let's see. Oh, 50. I can get something.
I'm gonna try to ton up to. I'm gonna ton down actually.
I tell you what, I'll just run this. You know, I'll only go up a few tons. That'll leave you plenty of tonnage to play with.
I'm gonna go down.
Hold on, I'll play something good. You know, I'm gonna start. Yeah, why not? Let's go all the way to. Yeah.
Dave GT, when did you get your Ace of Spades? Like, how long ago was it? Oh man, so sleepy. Oh. We're green.
It's Mr. Yawny Yawns.
Mr. Yawny Yawns. Doctor loves to shut down and loves to yawn. 2015. Been a while. Mine might have been around then too, actually. I don't know. I don't know what the date was.
No, my cousin and his girls come over the other day. They was cleaning some stuff up around here, and he was trenching out for putting some new whistles in one of the ditches.
Yeah, whistles, like sprinklers.
Culverts.
We're green. We're green anytime you guys are, by the way.
They're still in match. Fine. But anyway, his daughter was like his oldest. You know, she's like a freshman in high school. She's like, "Oh yeah, I just love science and la da 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 da." I'm like, "Okay, cool. If you want, I've got some nice 101 level physics books and stuff, and some horticulture and agriculture and the like, and you can have those. And I've got a few sci-fi novels and stuff you can have."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh yay!" And she's got 5. And she's got 4 other sisters, so you know. I was like, "Here, take them all." You know.
That's nice.
Handed her a few thousand in textbooks and stuff.
Textbooks are so expensive.
I was keeping them for something.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you know, physics and calculus and algebra, you know, those things.
Well, I've heard of calculus, but I never did calculus.
And trigonometry.
Yeah,
you know.
No, I don't know trigonometry either, but I know
sines and cosines.
I know the word.
Yeah, you know, those things we love to play with. I mean,
I never really loved those things.
But I mean, you know, we actually did it by hand, logs and logarithms and stuff.
I remember my dad's old slide rule. He used to be able to whip that thing around and come up with all sorts of things.
Yeah, I remember those. And then we started getting these calculators.
My
I remember this TI Texas Instrument
graphing calculator.
calculator. Oh man, it was awesome. And you had this little receipt roll that you put in it,
printer,
and it would just print your graph out for you. Man, that thing was awesome.
How much were those? Weren't those like $800 or something? Or
they cost more than my car.
My dad took me down to the U of O geography department years and years ago. I was probably in middle school, maybe younger, and they had a calculator that cost $10,000, and it was just, honestly, it just did your basic.
And what year was this?
I don't know. I mean, it would have been in early 70s or late 60s.
Early 70s. Oh, Lord.
But it was expensive, and they had one, and it did. Now you can get one that's solar powered for $5. At any office store or Payless or Buy Mart or anything.
And you can wear it on your wrist.
But those cost more if you get like a nice watch one. This is just like, I don't know where it went. It's not here.
I know what you're talking about. I mean, like I said, I did the computers when they were first coming out, the personal computers and stuff. I took those classes, the ENIAC and all
Are you guys
that
out of match yet?
Yep.
Are you green?
You're out of match. He's still deployed, but he should be out in a second.
Kodo or?
Kodo, yeah.
No, Kodo's still deployed.
Kodo's taking his time.
Okay, are you ready? Are you ready, Dark?
I am. Thanks so much for asking.
We're green.
We're green.
3, 2, 1. Debark.
I feel like I'm back in charge of my own stream again. How exciting.
Well, I'm trying to get it to where you're both hitting the button at the same time, so maybe we'll sync and sync.
Yeah. So that's the picture I saw of the pod also. But it was a smaller version of the photo.
I mean, you remember those old mainframes that took up buildings?
Yes,
I've been up to
the first program.
I used to
the
work on
Franklin
those.
building in Springfield, Illinois.
The first program I ever wrote
they got
was
one of
on
those
a
huge-
teletype terminal hooked up to the school district office mainframe. But it was.
You remember the old
It was
teletypes.
in the school, and you could type in a basic program, and then type run, and it would spit out the answer, and it was all on a sheet of paper. So you'd hand in your sheet of paper. But if you screwed anything up, you had to type the whole thing over again.
I worked on the UNIVAC 1100A and the UNIVAC 1100C for Naval Education and Training Command.
Oh my gosh!
I hated those things.
Did those use punch cards or
Hey,
tape?
did they have those
punch
big round
cards
buttons
and tape
Ah.
drives?
They had those tall round buttons you pushed. Is that the ones you're talking about?
Tall round buttons.
Yeah, they look like little dowel pins sticking up with letters and numbers on them. Like about a half-inch dowel pin.
These were
We're
slightly overlarge keyboards, but no, not
Service launch. Lasing.
You were talking about a newer issue, the ones I'm talking about.
Viper 1.
Yeah, the
Splash. Surface launch missile.
7.
Okay, I just watched. Sorry to interrupt, but I just watched the video that went along with this article, and they're not blinding the air-to-ground or the air-to-air missile or the ground-to-air missile. They are shooting it in the side and disabling it, so they're cutting through the skin of the missile.
Really?
Yeah. On the video, that's what they showed. Tactical Airborne Laser Weapon System. Towels.
Yes, because a Fruppy must always know
Don't
where his
forget to
towel
bring a
is.
towel.
Bring a towel. Flew a pre-prototype pod-shaped without its internal subsystems aboard an Air Force F-15 fighter in 2019. During ground tests, meanwhile, a representative laser known as the Demonstrator Laser, DLWS, weapon system has already successfully shot down multiple air-launched missiles over White Sands Missile Range in New Mexico. That's 2019. So this thing, they showed the video of what the picture of that article McFish starts with, right? It's that article.
Okay.
They're shooting
I
down
understand what you're talking
through
about
the
now.
skin of that weapon system. So it's
it's still a test bed.
It's still a test bed, but it's a functional test bed they can try and use. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And if they up the power, they can start shooting down planes with it. So they're not that far away from that.
Well, it's been 60 years since those things have come out, you know.
Since lasers came out, yeah.
Well, actually, it's been longer than that since lasers came out. But you know, I remember working on we were working on the lasers and stuff, and when I was at McDonnell Douglas, trying to weaponize them, you know.
Man.
And that was in the 80s when I was at McDonnell Douglas, you know. I mean, there was all kinds of projects we was working on.
Oh, I'm sure any defense contractor has all sorts of irons in the fire, right?
And you know, we had DARPA contracts and stuff too. You know, DARPA says, "Hey, try this." We're like, "Okay."
Yeah, they just give you money to try stuff, even if they think it may not work, right?
It's like $1 billion. Okay, we'll try it.
We'll try it several times.
And you know, it's just like I said, we were working on power armor suits at the time.
They've got some pretty remarkable power assist suits now. I don't know what they have. They still have a battery issue for those, right? They can't run for a long length of time. And
I mean, these ones they would take a 50 cal, you know, a Modus round. They had a HUD, you know, air conditioning, you know,
yeah,
you know, air filtration. They were, you know, NBC suits and stuff as well. And the problem is, they cost as much as an M1 Abrams. And oh yeah, they weighed a ton.
They weighed 2,000 pounds.
Yeah.
What powered them?
They never got off of the
tether.
What do you call it? Tether.
The umbilical.
An umbilical thing.
So they don't.
They always have an umbilical with them.
Yeah.
But you've seen those big, like big forklift batteries.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have the battery technology to support that kind of thing really yet.
Now we're going against mittens.
The biggest, the biggest fork batteries they had, right?
Target spotted.
They would last an hour maybe, just walking, and with the environmental systems on.
Cloud's looking pretty clear.
Was it a fully enclosed suit? Like a?
It was a complete NBC.
So like a elemental.
Okay. It had a HUD.
Stop the clock.
It had a HUD for a rifle and for a pulse rifle and stuff.
Target spotted.
It was crazy. But one shot with that, and you know, you were done.
Target spotted.
Yeah.
That was it. Just one shot. And you're,
Intéressant.
It had a 50 caliber, or it could take a 50 caliber round.
It would absorb 50 caliber.
Wow.
round.
Airstrike.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Oh!
Incoming.
Je suis en train de mourir.
Target spotted.
Youpi-you.
Sorry. Target spotted.
I'm in a bad place.
What the?
Airstrike online.
Oh.
Heat level critical.
Target spotted.
Well, that was that. But I mean, you know, they were just experiments, you know.
Spotted.
It's like, we can do this. Yay. It's like, okay, now to make it feasible, it's going to take probably another 50, 20 years, you know?
Airstrike online. Airstrike activated.
Oh, I'm riding with the shenanigans.
Airstrike online.
Target acquired.
Heat level critical.
Target spotted.
This guy needs to quit.
Heat level critical.
Do what?
He needs to quit shooting me.
Target spotted.
We'll put rounds in him and he'll stop.
Heat level critical.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Heat sink destroyed.
Oh. Is there a mech behind me? Where's he at? Uh-huh.
Yeah, and he's using you for cover.
Yeah, he
I
is.
love it.
Got a mech behind us,
He's
guys.
a good
Down there
pilot.
by the tunnel entrance under the ramp. I mean, under the platform.
Is that the Thunderbolt? Yep.
Target destroyed.
That's that Thunderbolt that got me.
Thanks.
Target acquired.
You're right, David.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
New target.
Shoot him in the
acquired.
face.
Target spotted.
Rot-row.
New target acquired.
Rot-row.
All right, Charlie Marauders. We've only got one leg.
Target spotted.
Warning incoming missile. Heat level critical.
Good kill.
New target acquired.
Riding with the fish.
Oh,
McFish.
death.
You're not fish.
Ooh, nice kill.
Alrighty.
McFish gets good clean burns a lot of time. They're just good target focus.
Target acquired.
Staying in the same spot.
Is that another kill for the fish?
He might be overachieving.
And another.
Target spotted.
Would you look at that? There's only 2 of them left.
New target
spotted.
acquired. Heat level critical.
Oh, it's an ink bus saver
Target spotted.
who needs a CT hit.
He's got to poke up again.
Target destroyed.
Oh, McFish. That's
Way to
5
go to
kills already.
McFish.
Nice work there, carrying McFish. Thanks for the drop, guys.
Now that was some awesomeness. Right,
Yeah,
with
it
the
was.
McFish. It's always
But only
awesome.
956, so it was a lot of death by fish, but you'd expect him to be in the over 1,000, 11, 1,200 with that many kills, but nope. Nice work. Merciful, they're mercy killings. He didn't play with his food.
Well, no, he just straight up
Just went right
murderized
to
them.
it. Yep, let's get things done.
It's like they got murderized.
I'm gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna go to bed because I'm exhausted.
Wow, and it's just now time that you usually
Oh, I
start.
know. So tired.
Have you noticed that?
Been starting late because I've been so busy.
You mean early?
No, I've been starting. I try to start as soon after 10 as I can, but I've been starting at 10:30 or 10:40 or even 11.
Or before you were starting at 11:30.
No,
That's
normally,
like now.
well, your time, you mean?
No, I mean your
My time, I try to start at about 10:15 or 10:30, and I normally
not when I started.
I normally do
It was
that.
11:30.
No, I started 11:30 the other night, but I don't normally start that late.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh, great! Nice rainstorm coming in.
Our board's green.
We're ready. We're green.
3, 2, 1.
I
Deploy.
was maybe going to count that down, but I'm just not quick enough on the trigger.
I thought you were using a stick of joy.
It was great. You did great. It's a nice, even cadence.
Huh?
Easy to know when to click. It's a good count.
Okay.
Well, there's another picture further down on the article where a guy is kind of inside what looks like it's maybe a pod shell.
And it
for
looks
a
really
laser
big,
weapon.
right?
Yeah, it's quite large.
Yeah, a lot of those things that we carry on aircraft, those pods, you can take pictures of them. They don't look that big, but when you're really up on them,
But here, there's another.
and you're lugging them around the flight lines, they're huge.
There's another picture of an engineer holding what looks like it's the directed energy system turret in a 4-foot transonic wind tunnel. And it looks like it's about a 7-inch diameter tube there.
Yeah, I wonder if that's just like a targeting laser or
maybe.
something.
Hey, have any of you seen the Hughes 5000 or the Hughes 8000 radar system?
Negatory.
Have you seen the nose cone of a F4 Phantom?
Have I seen the nose cone of an F4 Phantom?
Yes.
You mean like the radar that's inside the nose cone?
Like clicking.
Yeah, that's not even half of the system.
I've seen, it's in a phase array radar.
I don't believe they call it a phased
It's
array.
a flat radar thing, right? That's usually phased array.
No.
Then
No, the
then I'm
Hughes,
thinking of something else.
the Hughes 5000, which can lock 8 targets and fire 8 separate missiles at 8 separate targets at the same time. During the 80s, it was one of the most powerful in the world.
It was in a Phantom?
Right. In an F4 Phantom.
Target
Yeah.
spotted.
But yeah, the nose cone is only about a third of the entire radar array.
Oh, because of all the electronics that are required to do something with it and use it.
Yeah, it's about it weighs about as much as a Volkswagen.
Wow.
The guy that killed me last match is in my lens.
I shouldn't be up here.
Is Orion pushing Charlie 4?
Alpha Summoner.
What do we got over in Delta 3 across the lip there?
Oh my, they're coming around. They're running the bubble.
Roger that.
Yard. Assault's out of position.
Airstrike online.
Target spotted. Target spotted. Target spotted.
Good tread.
Target spotted.
I thought I had a shot.
Target spotted. Target spotted. Target spotted.
Couple low ground Alpha
Target
3.
spotted. Assistance.
There's a trio down there. Last I looked.
Online. Target acquired.
Target spotted. Need assistance. Target spotted. Target spotted.
Heat level
Target
critical.
spotted. Target spotted.
Airstrike online. Airstrike activated. Heat level critical.
Got myself a king crab.
Airstrike online.
Uh-oh, I'm getting too hot here.
Heat sink destroyed.
Shoot.
Oh man,
Warning, incoming missile.
Target spotted.
that sucks.
Warning, incoming missile.
Ah,
Heat sink destroyed.
I'm going to die here soon and very, like,
I
right
already
now.
died with crap damage.
I'm riding with that little cougar guy.
Well, Cougar got sent home. Where's Maverick?
Oh, we're starting to bite the dust here.
Where's Maverick and Iceman?
We need them now. Because our goose is getting cooked.
Warning, incoming missile. Left torso critical damage.
Captain Leprechaun.
Right torso critical damage. Small pulse laser destroyed.
Now they got a lot of fast movers.
Heat sink destroyed.
Target spotted.
Artillery strike online. Right torso destroyed. Right arm destroyed. EPC destroyed.
It's quite a little rumble going on here.
You remember that scene in Top Gun?
Acquired.
Which,
The one where Goose died, right?
that's what I was referring to.
Right arm destroyed.
That's actually actually based on actual
Warning,
happened.
missile.
Yeah, I remember
You know.
Deadspin was a thing.
And yeah, it's killed quite a few pilots in the A models.
How did they rectify that problem?
A drogue chute.
Oh,
A drogue chute.
so that'd get your nose hanging down or something then, and you could get some control and you start. Would that, is that how it worked?
When the drogue deploys, it slows the spin enough to where you can get control of
Okay.
it. And you can pull the throttles back. You know, basically you dump throttle and hit the drogue, and you're able to straighten out and then fly home on one engine.
Oh, okay. I got to go to bed. Thanks, everybody.
Or you might get lucky and get a restart if one of your engines is still
Yeah,
running.
you guys, please keep playing. Thanks so much for the matches. Shenanigans, Corsair, McFish, Gunfighter, Dictator Kodo. Thanks to each of you. And everybody in chat, Dave GT, Infidel, Rabid Donut. Rabid Donut. Is that just like you're frothing at the mouth from donut eating? Other people that were here that I don't even know, and I'm so tired I'm not even going to go look. Thanks so much. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow night, or I might be even more tired tomorrow night. Till next time, this has been Ghostlands, your favorite place to waste the most important moments of your night and life. Bye-bye. Night, everybody.
Later. Have fun. Okay. Well. Okay, I guess everybody's jumped out, huh?
I'll jump out, too.
Oh, well.
Somebody's still there.
No, I just jumped. I just bailed out. Everybody's gone. Oh, well. Later.
Good night.
Ciao. Good night.
Sleeps well, bees well.